Alvara iscondo, oria andara, hingra vishos nargaya. Amaroda, amaroda, hisha.
Hit the microphone. It's extremely uncomfortable, so I noticed on previous streams that I was squinting and making an angry face as I was trying to see. So maybe it's better if I just wear my glasses. That's over there. Okay. Testing. Alright, levels are good. Give it one more minute and then we'll start. I feel like I'm a pilot with my earphones on, my goggles. Ready for takeoff. Alvara iscondo, oria andara, hingra vishos nargaya. Amaroda, amaroda, hisha. What I should start doing. Putting song titles in the chat. That'll do. Cool. Then I know it's working. Oh. I've got the window wide open. This could be really loud. 1 second. Right. Here we go. Back, sorry. Had to close the window. Cracking day outside. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. What a day to get together, part the piece, Friday, last day of the week, and yeah, we're sitting on quite a number of consecutive weeks now, which is fantastic. Keep coming back, and we keep just aligning with our true nature every day, which is what I want to talk about. And I will adjust some rules so that we can talk about that. Pipe down music. I'm going to remember to change that. And let's put on some nice docile frequencies as we get into the class itself. Which I am going to remove my headphones because I'm not a pilot. My ears are quite hot and they don't need to be. Right. We keep coming back day after day. We keep aligning with ourselves day after day, consecutively. And I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while because it's what we do. It's what we do every day. It's who we are every day. It's living life every day. And just to make sure that I am... Yes, I've got my microphone on. I had a thought there for a moment that I didn't. But we are living life every day as a human, as ourselves. How else could we be anything but ourselves, right? So we've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while, which is life as a meditation. There's a special person I draw a lot of my inspiration from, and this whole venture here is why I do it, really. And I guess you'll find very much similarities to this person. They have an audience on a much larger scale. But the message, funnily enough, is the same, or similar, because of the collective consciousness. And I find that the information that we share and connect with is very similar on all facets from a lot of different people at the moment. We are all sharing the same message. Because we're one. We are one in the peace and the stillness. We're also human, though. So we live life as a human. As we sink into meditation and feel the presence of all that is in this meditation, it's very overwhelming, and it's a sense of familiarity at the same time. It's the all that is life force present in everything. And we can experience this through our meditations as we sit together. And the funny thing is, though, the end of the meditation, or close to the end, we open our eyes, come back to the body, and the mind kicks into gear again, and off we go with our day, or at night, whenever you decide to do this meditation or any meditation. And we go back to being a human again. So the feeling itself becomes a little bit fleeting. Or it's all right, yeah, we can get into a certain state during the meditation because we close our eyes and we focus. And that's the objective, right? We're training to be in that state. But what if life's a meditation? And you can live the meditative state throughout your life. Now, I guess just like an athlete at the gym, or if you're doing martial arts training or something like that, where you go to a particular place and you do your fitness and you complete your routine at a particular place. Sometimes it can be in your own house, apartment, or you've got a gym in your shed or similar, or in a particular room of the house. After you finish your routine, you normally go, okay, I leave it there. But every now and then, as you continually go back and do more and more fitness, more and more, if you like me, like martial arts, every now and then you want to just burst into something, like all of a sudden start running, or do a practice your kicks against the chair, not kicking the chair, but maybe balance-wise, holding yourself up on the chair. And these things start to creep into everyday life. But if you're anything like me, all of a sudden you'll start doing hurdles over the sofa. You become more active because this way of life just permeates into every day. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know if you felt this, but it becomes part of your life. And it just finds a way, because you're doing that repetition over and over again, and that becomes habitual, it just creeps into your life. So it's much the same with like your diet associated with, fitness or even meditation. That'll creep into your life, and that'll be, okay, I'll eat these type of foods, it makes me feel good, it aligns with what I'm doing. And you gradually have these kind of subtle changes over time that eventually permeate. Especially when you're in the middle of training and stuff, you crave certain foods. You may even stop drinking if you're a drinker, or reduce intake of sugary treats and stuff. So the fitness and the lifestyle just tends to merge with your day-to-day activities. And much is the same with the meditation, because it's how spirituality just becomes you. And, or rather the true self emerges. When we say life becomes a meditation, or turn your life into a living meditation, we're referring to the state you are during meditation, such as the observation. And this becomes the viewpoint and perspective of life. So you can bring this into your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to vanish when you open your eyes. So the observation, the peace, the love, when life happens, we can still be in this state, and we don't have to let the emotions take the power or critically assess every stimulus that's in our environment. So we're not going the highs and the lows. We're not riding the highs and the lows, really. We're more of this stable equilibrium, and we're not really as reactive. So those outer worldly conflicts that you might hear or be subjected to become somewhat meaningless to us. All factors are happening to someone in some part of the world, but it could be part of their plan, not necessarily part of our individual plan. So sometimes don't get me misconstrued here when I say that you don't need to concern you things with events happening around you. Like some people are like, well, yeah, I want to send compassion and whatever to those areas, that's fine. But you don't need to be subjected to the ups and the downs, because that's all part of the plan as well, and maybe not part of your plan. So there are going to be wars, there are going to be famines, there are going to be atrocities, natural disasters, things that you hear of that deeply affect your emotion, your inner state, because you're a compassionate being. But there is a level of detachment that we have to have for things that we can't control. And that's what we mean by sitting in the observation state. We can observe these things, and we can be compassionate. We don't have to be subject to the emotional highs and lows. So become more of this stable individual. So it's bringing our stillness from that meditative state in the practice. So when we're sitting in the stillness and the peace, we're actually not concerned with anything outside of us. Things are still happening, but we're in this state of focus and tranquility. So this can permeate into the extremities of our life. Now, should we be closing our eyes and floating around on cloud nine when we're crossing the street? No. No, you should have your awareness about you, but you can still be in somewhat of a subtle meditative state. As you're walking around, just be aware of the things around you. It's probably not the best use to be the example, but we can center ourselves when, say, we're walking through the botanical gardens or a nice garden area, and that's safe to be in that kind of state. We don't have to worry about cars and buses crossing our paths, and it's a safety thing. Or maybe we're sitting on a park bench, or where we want to be just aware of the nature around us, and we can be in that state, and we can let nature happen to us. We can let life happen to us. We can still, in a seated place, observe things that are happening around us, people coming and going, and things with no judgment. It might be before you write an email for work, or before you get on the phone, before you get on social media, these things that somewhat can be emotive and directive of energy. You don't necessarily have to be subjected to those highs and lows. You can be in a more neutral state. When you're writing the email, you'll find that you're almost watching yourself write the email. So, this is perfect for living in this neutral state. It could be while you're playing music, writing stories, painting, building a model, fixing a car, like these type of things. You can be in this neutral state and just allow life to happen and live in this beautiful state. And this draws the creative elements from the internal nature as well. Definitely before we go on social media, watch the news, things where you don't necessarily want to get drawn into. There's a lot of programming and habituation in these points. You don't necessarily have to get drawn into that. You can just sit back and observe and just watch the stories rather than get involved in it. I mean, personally for myself, I just turn the news off and don't watch it these days. It's a lot happier. So the more and more we practice, the more and more we realize this is our natural state. So we automatically return to this point subconsciously anyway. So we don't necessarily have to close our eyes, but we can be in this state and just be aware of our breath and be aware of our consciousness and the stillness. We might do this at the end of the meditation too. When we open our eyes, I'll open our eyes before I say return to the body and things like that and move around, and I'll just say just open your eyes. If I remember. But you may be able to do it during the meditation if you'd like anyway. So on that note, we should get into meditation. don't need these. I'm looking at the screen anyway, but I close my eyes, so. So we sit back, we relax. I'm gonna put these headphones back on so I can hear the frequencies. Yesterday, I almost drifted off somewhere else and I almost forgot I was talking. So apologies if I just pause for 30 minutes. Yes, and this reminds me to then turn up the volume. Beautiful. Just let me know in the chat if it's too loud, but I think that should be fine. Do testing, Luke. Shall we sit back, relax, palms facing upwards? Eventually we'll close our eyes, but just before we do, we can just take a couple of deep breaths here, and we'll notice that our vision focuses anyway with the eyes open. And if we're just aware of the breath and the stillness in this point, this is how we do the living meditation. We can just bring our awareness to the breath right here. Watch the birds go past the window, the clouds in the sky, stars in the night sky, the moon. And you'll feel the energy and pulsating around the body anyway. And sometimes your eyes will just naturally close because that's what we're used to. Like, I'm feeling this. Oh, I don't need the eyes. Boom, and they'll just close anyway because they're not really doing anything. They're not really registering anything from the mind. So as we close our eyes, palms facing upwards, we're going to take a couple of deep breaths. And as we do breathe in, we're going to breathe in all the sweetness, the opportunity and the expansion. We're going to hold the breath and we're going to allow the energy to permeate through every cell, every tissue, every part of the body. And we're going to feel the life force through our body, and then we're going to breathe out and just let go of that heaviness. And with each inhalation and exhalation, we're just going to relax more and more into the body. And the peace and the stillness just emerges. The mind can do its thing and do gymnastics and everything, but eventually you'll just bring that awareness back to the breath. You don't have to really focus and concentrate on it. You'll just naturally bring it back to the breath. The inhalation and the exhalation. And this will just keep the mind occupied while you just immerse yourself in the peace and stillness. And this is the natural state. This is how you can live your life as meditation. So you may close your eyes, sit back in your chair or wherever you're seated, or in a comfortable position, or relax. So we're going to take our first deep breath in through the nose, breathe in that sweetness, that opportunity, that expansion, that endless possibility of creation. Hold the breath, allow the breath to permeate every cell, every part of the body, out the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. We're just going to breathe out and let the breath go. And let that heaviness, those old belief systems, the negativity, just go out with the breath. And then we're going to allow the breath to go through a natural rhythm where we're just observing the breath going in and out of our lungs. We're not controlling it. We're just observing it. Observing the inhalation and the exhalation. And this is just part of the peace. And the stillness observation. As these emerge, you can be aware of the body. You can scan the body up and down from the toes to the head, and just scan the body up and down as we bring our awareness there in the breath. We just notice that with our inhalation and exhalation, the energy surrounding the body becomes more obvious. It's the peace and the stillness that becomes more obvious because they are linked to the physical breath. It's the life force within all of us. It comes in and out with every inhalation and exhalation. It's always there. So we take another deep breath in through the nose. We're activating every part of our body, every energy center, every cell. Hold the breath. Release. Breathe out. Allow the breath to come and go at a natural rhythm. The inhalation and the exhalation. Don't have to control the breathing, just observe it. Allow the breath to come and go at a natural rhythm. So we're aware of the peace and the stillness with every breath. We're aware of the body, the stillness simultaneously. This is our natural state. This is what we can bring into every part of our life at every moment during the day. This is almost like a training where we're doing it with our eyes closed. But just as you get more and more confident, as your true nature emerges more and more into your daily life, you'll notice it will just creep into your daily life. And there'll be moments where you just sit and you go, this is almost like a meditation. And all the thoughts will go and you'll just observe the breath. All of a sudden the peace and stillness just emerges, like it's always been there, because it has. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Breathe in that sweetness, that opportunity, creation and expansion. As we hold the breath, we allow it to permeate every cell and tissue throughout the body. All the cells and tissue is working harmoniously and healthily. As we breathe out, allow the breath to come and go at a natural rhythm. Feel the peace and the stillness. Relax and let go. You're always divinely protected through these moments. So we're going to take our final deep breath in and out. We're going to be aware of the tops of our heads, just above the tops of our heads, the crown and just above the crown. And allow the energy entering our body to just spill over our body like a fountain or a waterfall of energy that just goes through our entire body, over our entire body, over our outer aura, our inner aura, from our heads to our toes. So as it goes over our heads, necks, shoulders, spills out over our upper torso, out the palms of our hands, and then over our lower torso, soles of our feet. As we take this deep breath in, breathe in, and the energy just pours over us from the top to the bottom. Out the palms of our hands and the soles of our feet. It's our protective shield, and we breathe out. We'd let go of all the old injunction and programs, all the negativity, all the old belief systems, all the tension and heaviness within our body. We just let it go now. We become lighter and lighter, and we just allow the breath to come and go at natural rhythms. We're just aware of the peace and the stillness that surrounds us. The energy that surrounds us in our body. we're aware of this peace and stillness and the breath, physical breath, we can just let go and merge with this peace and stillness deeper and deeper into meditation. Just allow yourself to be light, free, and let go. As we gently bring our awareness back to our hearts, you may place your hands over your hearts if you wish, or keep them down by your sides, as we are going to express our gratitude for all things. And within every inhalation, we're going to breathe in that gratitude into our hearts, and then watch our hearts expand. And then as we breathe out, we're going to say thank you. Basically, the heart expands again as we express our thanks and our gratitude for everything. For all those things in our life that are designed for our experience, for our life as a human, designed to bring us to a point of self-reflection, inner stillness and inner peace. We're grateful for those moments, scenarios, events in our life that give us the opportunity to observe. And basically, it always turns us inwards to this moment, to this point in time. We're here, we're now. We can express this gratitude. We're grateful for all things in our life. It's given us the opportunity to make memories and make us who we are. We're grateful for those moments where we can express who we are. We can share our love, our peace, our stillness. We can share the laughter, the humour, those moments that make us exactly who we are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you. You may verbally affirm this, or you can mentally affirm it. It doesn't really matter, but as long as we acknowledge thank you. We're grateful for all our family and friends in our life, those really close to us, that have shaped us to who we are. They've given us our values. They've shared our laughter. They've shared our moments of solitude with compassion. Say that because we're all connected. Thank you for all the moments in our life that we share with our family and friends. Big occasions, small occasions, day to day. Those phone calls, those text messages, those times where we've just had those conversations, those embraces and a nice hug, the dancing. We're grateful for all moments that we share with our friends and that make us who we are. Our family also. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you. We're grateful for those opportunities where we have our pets or we experience animals in nature, the non-humans of this world that incite our heart with love, that ignite our heart with love, and are able to give us those experiences and the wondrous of the wilderness. Bless those little bundles of joy that we call our pets on a domestic front. They share something very, very special with us. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you. For all those in our life that we'll never meet, all those that are dealing with their own individual plans that we may hear about on the news or through social media, but we may never contact them or be in contact with them, but we know their plight. May we send compassion to them, but we're grateful for this opportunity to observe the world from a neutral perspective, from a greater perspective, in terms that we don't have to necessarily experience that pain firsthand or those joys or anything firsthand. They're living their own life, but bless them, and that impacts us too in some way, shape or form, but it allows us to view life from a neutral perspective. May we send the compassion, love and light to those who need it. Bless every person and every being on this planet that we may never meet. We're grateful for this opportunity Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you. Grateful for the planet itself, the environments, the terrains, every part of this planet. It's nature, it's the skies, and the rains, and the weather patterns, and all sorts of things. This wondrous blue ball that floats around the sun. Magnificent oceans. Mountaintops. Everywhere. This planet is so magnificent and wondrous. We're grateful for being here. We're grateful for sharing it with so many other beings. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you. We're grateful for the seen and the unseen and the vast expanses of the universe. Those that we may not be able to register with the human mind, but that are there, impacting us in some way, shapes or form. There's all sorts of life throughout the cosmos. Wondrous comets and asteroids and things that we might be able to observe when they hit the Earth's atmosphere or go around the Earth's orbit. There's such a magnificent frontier that lies beyond this planet. We're grateful for all things. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you. You may gently put your hands by your side now and just focus on the tops of your head, the crown. It's your time to receive. What goes out comes back. It's the law of cause and effect, or the boomerang effect. Because everything that you do for this planet, everything that you do for yourselves, everything that you do for your family, your friends, your pets, those that you will never see, thank you. Thank you for being you and expressing yourself in unlimited ways. You're a being of unlimited potential and unlimited choices and unlimited possibilities. You create the narrative of your life with ease, and things just come to you. You're wondrous and magnificent. Thank you. Allow the energy to flow through your crown, through your body, out the palms of your hands and down the soles of your feet. Allow the energy that we don't need anymore, the excess energy from which the body won't absorb, we can let that flow into the ground, deep, deep, deep into the earth. As we're grounded to this plane, we're deeply grounded to Mother Earth, and in this energy, as we share it with the earth, allow the earth to be repaired, revitalized, and rejuvenated. Blessings be to this planet. Blessings be to everyone who walks upon this planet, or everyone who exists upon this planet, I should say. Blessings be to all. Allow the energy just to flow deep, deep, deep into the ground, 3 meters or about 10 feet. Deeply grounded to this plane, you're deeply rooted to this plane. And just before we return to our body, I'll count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just before we wiggle our toes and our fingers and our muscles in our body, we're just going to slowly open our eyes and be aware of the state that we're in. Be aware of the peace and the stillness. And this is the state that we can have with our eyes open. And this is the neutral perspective that we can observe our day-to-day life in. So when we're taking those walks in the park, or even around the backyard, in a safe place that you're not crossing the road, we can observe life from this neutral perspective. And we can observe that we're not pulled in each direction by emotions and thoughts. We're very centered and very neutral. This is living life as a meditation. So now we can wake the body up if we wish. Stretch our muscles and move our fingers and our toes. You can pat the energy down if you'd like. It's a good way to assimilate this through the body, massage the muscles, and continue to live life throughout the day or the night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you again for another session of Path to Peace. Thank you for another wonderful week of community, camaraderie. It's community, maybe not camaraderie. Blessing of coming together. Thank you again for a wonderful meditation. Without you, I would just be talking to myself. So thank you again for participating live or in the replay. Thank you for your comments, your lovely likes and things in the posts and sharing these posts. I hope that we're all getting benefit from it, or just it's a great time just to come together. So thank you again. Remember, live life, make those memories, and we'll be back again Tuesday, Australian time. That's Monday evening, US time, on the East Coast. And it's about midnight at European time. I might move some times around so that we can service all areas of the globe. Thank you again. Have a wonderful weekend. May you be blessed throughout the day and the weekend. Until we meet again,